What's good, everyone? The Financial Outkast here. I like the video because we would want that. Sub because we about that. Alright, let's get the show started. I would like to share explanations, examples, and understandings of various markets and their overviews. This is not financial advice, but my own opinion and analysis of observations of past market history. We will be mainly looking at the SPX, which is SP 500, the NDX, which is the Nasdaq index, as well as TLT, which is Treasury notes and Treasury bonds, along with SHCOM, which is the China Shanghai Composite Index, and DXY, which is the dollar index, and gold, which everybody knows what gold is, and BTC, which is Bitcoin, and finally the VIX, which is the Volatility Index, to get a better understanding of how to analyze markets as well as how they work. Keep in mind this main key idea. There are three types of economic indicators, and to understand when one's trying to forecast or analyze trends which are leading, coincident, and lagging. A leading indicator suggests that the turning points will lead or precede those of the overall economy, while coincident represents the turning points occurring with those of the overall economy, and a lagging indicator represents those turning points occurring with those of the overall economy. SPX is the index of the SP 500, or the largest public traded companies listed on the New York Stock Exchange, or the NYSE, and this is considered a leading indicator, which is why the overall stock market leads before the overall economy. This index is also called the Standard & Poor's 500, and what I may touch upon in later videos with regards to my perspective of what it also measures. An example of how this relates to a leading indicator is the crash of the '08 stock market, and how the optimism for the overall stock market prior and after the crash was about 1 year apart, along with the dot-com crash that happened within the market before it had occurred within the overall economy had crashed. This is the SPY, which is the ETF, or the exchange traded fund of the SPX, or the SP 500, and is a financial instrument to invest within the SPX index. This is the NDX. NDX is the index of the Nasdaq, or the benchmark for U.S. technology public traded companies or stocks. The Nasdaq has also been an industry leader in innovation. Also, this is considered a leading indicator for technology-based stocks, and what I may touch upon in later videos with regards to my perspective of the evolution of markets. QQQ, which is the ETF, or exchange traded fund of the NDX or Nasdaq, and is a financial instrument to invest into the Nasdaq index. TLT is the index reverse of Treasury notes or bonds, if that makes sense. And if not, then let me explain that again. If Treasury notes or bonds interest rates are expected to depreciate, then the index will tend to move upwards, and vice versa. So they work in opposite in a way of looking at it or understanding it. This indicator is a coincident indicator, for it coincides with the risk-free rate but works opposite in correlation with the actual nominal risk-free rate. There are multiple symbols that relate to the TLT. Some of them are the SHY, as well as the IEI and the IEF. SHCOM is the index of China's largest companies and gauges the overall health of the entire Chinese economy. HSI is a benchmark index of the Hong Kong's public traded blue chip companies and composes of four subsectors: indices in industry, finance, utilities, and real estate and investment trusts. These are supposed to be the leading indicators of the overall economy of the Hong Kong and China economy. DXY is the US dollar index of the value of the United States dollars relative to the baskets of foreign currencies. Gold is the symbol of the market price for 1 ounce of gold that will be currently trading or selling for without any fees associated with it. And BTC, the symbol of Bitcoin, a decentralized blockchain technology or cryptocurrency that utilizes an open public ledger. And lastly, we'll be looking at the VIX, which is the Volatility SP 500 Index, and is also a reverse index of the SP 500. This is also considered a leading indicator, and it provides a good indication of the overall fear and greed in the market. If you have any questions or comments, please do leave a comment, and thank you.